Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and tonight I'm going to show you how I made this cute Gable box. Only though I'm going to make one that's a little bit more masculine with a little bit of luck. And so let's go ahead and get started. So I will need my paper trimmer and a sheet of basic gray cardstock. And I'm going to cut this at 6 inches. Whoops, my blade fell out of the groove there. And then I am going to score this at 1.5, 5 1/4, 6 3/4, and 10 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it one turn, and I am going to score it at 1.5, 4 inches, and 5 1/4. Okay. And we're done with that. All right, so let's burnish all our score lines. So this one is going to be the top, and it's the little 1/2 inch one. And I am going to fold that towards me, or 3/4 inch it is, not half. Okay, and then the rest of them, I'm going to fold, just fold. So this one's going to go the opposite way. And this one's going to fold in. Okay, and then I'm going to fold each of these. So when you're folding, you want to make sure that your edges line up here, or your fold will be crooked. And we have one more little edge here. Okay, now let's start cutting. Okay, so this is the top, this is the bottom. So I'm going to cut up this one, and I'm just going to cut a wedge in here so that it'll fold and trim off a wedge on this edge too. And then I'm going to cut up this one. So you want to cut straight on your, that wasn't very straight, on your straight side, on your biggest side, and put your wedge, do your wedge on your small piece, okay, because that's what's going to help stabilize it. So then again on this side, I'm going to go straight there and then do my wedge coming in. Okay, that was an extreme one. So here I am going to cut straight up on my littlest one, and then I'm going to cut at an angle right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And this pattern is on my blog, so you will be able to pull that up and look at the pattern and see where you need to cut. Okay. Then this is the top, and I'm going to cut down to the second score line there, and second score line on this side. And then I'm just going to cut that piece right out. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. This is opposite of the little tab, and we're going to go all the way down to there and cut that piece out. Okay, now Now let's see if we have the right sizes here. We do. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, good. All right, so it's easier to decorate your box while you have it flat. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to attach this. I have already glued these two together. One is the new silver that's coming out in the 2020 holiday catalog, which will come out for demonstrators. It's in July. For the rest of us, the rest of our customers and all, the rest of you, it comes out in August. So there's some really pretty things in here. It's got it's got some papers in here that I'm using tonight. I'm using the silver, and then I'm also using Simply Elegant is the other paper here that I'm using. So that worked out okay. All right, so this is my top. And those two are there. So now I'm going to fold this one in, put some adhesive on it, good old green glue, and I'm going to fold this one right over onto it, and it should line up perfectly. Let's let that set for just a minute so that it dries good. Okay, so now this is the back of my box. This is going to be the front of my box. You know how I know? There's a seam right here. I don't want my seam in the front of my box. I always want the seam in the back. If you're going to do these, create these and store them, here's what I would do. I would finish any decoration on the top. So I have this little scallop edge that I cut. Doesn't make it really masculine, but it's pretty, right? So I have that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that now. Let me make sure this is my front. Yes. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive across here and attach my little scalloped edge to it. It's kind of a fancy box. I don't know how masculine it is. It's just pretty. And then just trim off this excess that I have here. Now, on the one that I did earlier today, I put this handle in it. And I'm still not sure what I want to do with this one. This one, I kind of want to use some Velcro dots. So I think I will. That seems to be the way I'm leaning. So let's put those back together like they were. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Now I'm getting them stuck on everything. Okay, let's see if I can pull those off as one unit. Okay, and I'm just going to stick one of those right there. So I'm putting it on the inside here because those are going to come together. Remember those two. And then the other one, stick that back on there. I'm going to put right on here. It's sticking to me and I don't want it to stick to me. Okay, then I'm going to bring these two together and just press them really good so that it sticks to the paper. Okay, and then gently pull those apart. Gently. Come on, guys. So I'm going to use my piercer to kind of help them and encourage them to separate. Because they're not wanting to because I pressed them so hard. And that one is curled up. Let's see if we can flatten him out. This isn't working real great, guys. I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier today. This is not wanting to work for me, so some days are just like this. Okay, so let's grab our punch. I'm going to grab the classic label punch, and I'm going to punch right up here in this little section, just centering it. And then I am going to pull these two together and get a pen or a pencil. Let's see. I have one here. And I'm just going to lay those down and just outline once I have them lined up. Just kind of outline, and this is going to go on the inside so it's not going to show even if I'm off a little bit. And then I'm just going to put my punch right in here. That's why it's easier to do it if you're before you close your box up. Come on. And I'm just going to line that up. You guys probably can't even see that, but I'm going to line it up and punch it out. Okay, now we just need to figure out what ribbon we're going to put on there or what cord, and that's crooked as can be. But you know what? Who cares? I am going to use a piece of black cord. This is the black glimmer. Might add a nice accent to it. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Knot is more masculine than a bow. Okay, let's close up the bottom. So I need to determine my front, which is here. And so my front is going to be the last side to go in. And that's where I'm going to put my adhesive. And just push that together. And if I do this on the side, then that is going to help me to get it squared up. So, okay, so here's my front. I am going to place this on the very front of that and a greeting right in the center. And so my greeting, I think I will use, it's going to have to be something really small, huh? I don't know that this thanks will work. It might be too big, but let's give it a try. What did I do with it? Guess we're not going to use the thanks because I've lost it already. Okay, let's see, something small. Give me a second, let me find something. Okay, here's a thanks, and this is simply succulents. There's a thanks in here. And that should be just about right. And I'm going to stamp it in the Tuxedo Black Memento. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of here. There, it's all cleared away. One way to clear off the desk, huh? Just push it all aside. Okay, and then, perfect. Oh, it's not perfect. Somehow I got some black on it. It's on my hands, of course. Okay. So I put that on with a dimensional, and then I think I want to put this on with dimensionals also. Okay, there you are. So you can find all the measurements for this project on my blog, stampwithdeb.com. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.